very first question on that. What is the code trip? What brings you to OIT?
Well, the code trip is basically a bunch of developers on a bus traveling around the western United States. We started at Las Vegas actually a month ago today. Have been driving around all over. We're actually on the kind of the last leg of our trip, heading up to Seattle. But the idea is that we're building things as we go. We stop at different places and do events. I believe we had about 28 stops over the 45 days that we're rolling. And we do a variety of different events. We build the code, publish it online, and we chronicle the entire trip on thecodetrip.com.
And I guess probably even more importantly, what are you gathering along this journey? What information?
Gosh, well, we're stopping at certain customer sites or ISVs, companies that build software, and highlighting some of the things that they do in a real-world manner. Some of the places we stopped we stopped at an industrial automation facility up in Three Forks, Montana, at a talc refinery. We showed a completely automated system, robots and everything, and driven off of Visual Basic.
I guess kind of cutting back to it, for those that are even starting more from scratch, what is a code? I mean, I'm talking about, say, an older audience that may be talking in a different language to them.
Yeah, so our focus is for software developers or people who are interested in software development. It's kind of our main audience, but the site would be of interest to anybody who's relatively geeky. We have GPS tracking everything. You can watch the bus to the minute on the map as it goes around on the site. So everything we post, videos, everything is all geotagged, so you can see where we were the moment that we posted it. But we film videos interviewing people. We write code as we go, building software, and we release that software. We release it as open source online so others can take it and check it out.
What makes the bus special, or is this bus special? I take it it's got a bit of information on it, or what kind of gizmos?
The bus is, it's kind of a standard. It's a 41-foot bus that they use typically for rock band tours, and we've outfitted it with a few things. We've got some webcams on board and a server on board that does the position tracking. But really it's kind of our mobile workplace. So we're on there, it's got a fridge, couches and everything. It has bunks, we actually sleep on the bus as well. So that's how we roll around the western US and get our work done.
Very good. And I guess it also sounds like, this sounds like fun. I mean, I realize this is probably a 3-month moving job for you, but what have you gained out of this, just on a personal level? It's got to be fun seeing some of this.
Oh, it's great. I was born and raised in Montana. I hadn't been back to Montana over 10 years, so visiting Missoula, Bozeman, those places were great. Visiting places I hadn't been, going to customer sites and seeing the stuff running, not just reading about it, but actually seeing them using the code has been really cool. And also, my team, we're placed geographically, so my teammates I only see a few times a year. So this trip has been a great opportunity to work side by side with the people they're on my team, but I actually don't physically work with a lot. So it's been great.
Very good. Anything else you would care to add?
Check us out at thecodetrip.com.
Very good.
So Valerie, we're glad that Microsoft was willing to stop by OIT and visit with our students and the faculty a little bit about some of the new initiatives they have in the developer community. It was a treat to meet some of their people and be part of their code tour that they're doing on the West Coast.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting. We did not get into the topic I wanted to talk about, and instead covered some other cool stuff. So it really worked out well that way. I hope they come back.
All right, good deal.
The purpose of chartering a 40-foot bus and driving all over the western United States is that we have obviously a lot of people that like to use our software. The purpose of this trip specifically is to reach out to people who use our software to make software of their own and sell it, or not sell it, maybe give it away. And so the idea behind the trip is to, it's like Ma Bell, reach out and touch those people. So rather than only speaking to our users through weblogs or through podcasts or digital forms, we wanted a way that we could come to people's towns, show that we care about the fact that they like using our tools, and visit with everybody.
And I guess originally it sounds like OIT wasn't really on the itinerary, but it sounds like it was a very illogical stop for the bus.
OIT, it's I've never been to this part of Oregon. It's certainly a little further out of the way than I would have expected, but what I learned in talking with Jason this morning is that we have one of our products is called XNA, and what XNA allows people to do is very simply, you don't need a lot of equipment, you don't need a lot of money, you can actually write your own games and then run them on an Xbox game console. Sit on your couch and play them on a big TV, and eventually it's sort of a work in progress right now. We're not totally done with it, but people will be able to make their own video games, put them on our Xbox Live online service, and sell them directly to people who want to play. So it democratizes the video game industry, and OIT is one of the first schools to really get a taste for that program, and actually I think applied for and got grant money from either the state or the federal government, I don't know which, to set up a program to teach a curriculum around our XNA tools. So we wanted to come and really see how that process was going, and see how we could help more.